So this time, in hardcore, normally I speedrun, but this time, it's harder core! I ain't speedrunning this time. I'm putting in the work. I'm gonna actually use iron armor this time. That's usually an advancement I don't get till end cities. Let's go to a trial chamber right now. Wait, I'm not even in the update where copper armor is a thing. This isn't actually my first time trying this. This was initially a multiplayer thing, but the other person got bored and stopped trying it. So, I decided if I'm gonna do this for a video, I might as well restart the whole thing so you see the whole journey. But where I'm at right now, I have this armor, a notch apple, an elytra with low durability, so many diamonds, and this much copper, and this much redstone. The copper could easily be collected from trial chambers. I even found a trial chamber and looted it. But the redstone is useful for making farms. We're gonna need to make a lot of pumpkin farms. And redstone is gonna be required, and a lot of it is going to be needed for it. So that is the main goal for the early game. Copper and redstone. Pumpkins can be acquired easily, but not in mass amounts. Very interesting looking tree over there. Is this a jungle biome again? It's gonna be very difficult to get that much redstone. So, I think at the very least, I gotta get a fortune pickaxe. I'm not gonna speedrun, get full maxed out diamond, but I'm just gonna get a fortune pickaxe. Hopefully that's enough to satisfy my own rules. And I can already get my first piece of copper. My goal is to place the most copper golems anyone has ever placed in survival. I'm probably not going to reach that goal, but I can get fairly close, hopefully. Like, if we're being for real, how many is 10,000? How many stacks is 10,000? Yeah, that's only like 160 stacks, which is only like 6 shulkers. My main source of copper isn't even going to be from these ore veins. It's going to be from trial chambers, because there's just copper blocks everywhere in those, and I can locate them super easily. And here there's also some iron I can use to make some tools and armor. Not something I've said in a long time. I'm going to see if there's a trial chamber nearby. There is a trial chamber here. So, if I lower my render distance to 2 chunks, it's kind of here, but kind of isn't. Yep. It just kind of disappears if I go far enough. So, I gotta go to the point where it does absolutely disappear. Alright, yeah, we're getting close. And so, as we can see here, it just disappears. So, if we go back in here, and we keep going this way until... Yep, it disappears again. So we go into the corner where these two places intersect. If we go here, it disappears. If we go here, it disappears. So we go here, and then we go 4 chunks this way. And now we are 4 chunks in the other direction. Honestly, I'm not sure if this will work. I based my locating off of the trial vaults instead of the spawner, which I usually base it off of, and the one time I did that, it failed, and that is the only time it has failed ever. So nope, no wait, no, I'm not gonna speedrun this. I almost did. I gotta stop doing this. I'm just gonna mark this with a cobblestone tower and just forget it for now. I'm just gonna make some iron tools first with this iron I've collected. Alright, so I'm gonna make a pickaxe, and I don't have enough wood, but I wanted to make a shield. Yep, and here is... Nope, not that. Here is the shield. Actually, hold on. This would make smelting so much faster. I gotta try this real quick. Does this work? It doesn't. I'm at Mach 0.001. Fear me. Oh, no! Wait, no! Oh, wait, I'm the one in fear now. Wait, rotten flesh. That's actually very useful right now. A terrifying amount. I'm just gonna have to dodge them, I guess. No! I'm not dealing with that right now. Wait, I actually kind of have to. I'm glad I made a shield. Oh no. You know what? I kind of have to fight this thing, right? You know what? Why not? No. I'm gonna drown if I try to fight this thing, actually. What? How did that thing hit me? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Goodbye. And it's turning to night, so I really gotta get out of here as fast as possible. I found melons. Those are not pumpkins, but they're food at the very least. And that is a huge cave. Yeah, already deep slate, so this might be good for getting redstone. That's not iron either. Oh, hello there! Oh! I tried bucket clutching without a bucket. There is water, and as they say, when there's one block of water, send it. Oh no. There's some redstone here. That's pretty helpful. There's some axolotls. Those aren't axolotls. I might be able to strip mine. Actually, I hear a skeleton this way. There has to be something, if there are skeletons that I can't see in this cave. Wait, so is it above or below me? Yeah, it's this way. It's below me somewhere. Is it below me? I'm very confused. There's also lava. Okay, there is more of the cave in here. Okay, there's more than I thought. Creeper, get him. Oh, there's some. And there's enough for an enchantment table. So I can leave the cave now, but I am gonna take some redstone. Actually, I need more diamonds. I need obsidian for an enchantment table, and to get obsidian I need a pick. But I'll just stay with these 2 diamonds for now and be concerned about that later. I still got over a stack of redstone, so I still got redstone even without fortune. Yet another huge cave. Yeah, this cave is absolutely huge, even bigger than the last one somehow. If I don't find diamonds here, that would not be good. But if I die, that wouldn't be good either. Oh no. I highly doubt that this is the only mob here. I gotta beat this guy fast. Okay, anything else stalking me? No, it doesn't look like it. Never mind. There definitely was. Is that diamonds? Yeah, those are diamonds. And this is enough to make a pickaxe, so I can go make an enchanting table now. Oh, there's more diamonds here. I didn't even mean to go this way. This isn't the way out, is it? Is this? Yeah, this isn't the way out. I went the wrong way, but I got diamonds from it. I'm also gonna get some of this lapis. Surprised that I forgot to get this earlier. Hello. What? I'm getting jumped. No. Door PvP, door PvP. Okay. That was a very bad time for my shield to break. Why can't I eat food? There's another skeleton. Like I said, I need a better food source. Okay, I can barely reach it from here and make a new shield. That was close. Big problem here. I need obsidian for an enchanting table. So I'm gonna have to go back into the cave again, and we saw how fighting skeletons without shields was. And my shield is inevitably going to break again if I stay in the caves for too long. Oh! And I'm outnumbered again, and there's a creeper right behind me, so I'm gonna get out of here. No. No, dang it. I have no words for what I have just done. I lucked out there. Any mobs would have spelled my doom. You know, I'm still not... why am I doing this? What? Where? Where's the creeper? I'm just leaving. No. So, I'm gonna have to find a lava pool, because I'm not going back in those caves again. There's a village here. Oh wait, there's pumpkins here. There's a lava pool over there, I think. Where was it? Oh wait, there it is. Yeah, there's definitely lava here. Yeah, it's one! I'll take it, I guess, but it's not what I'm looking for. No, I just dropped my pick. And this has to be a lava pool. Yeah, there it is. That's a lava pool. But there's mobs here, so I can't mine the obsidian. I'm also going to gather some extra so I can make a nether portal later. I don't want to have to go all the way back out here when I want more obsidian. And that is enough obsidian. So I'm going to go back. I went really far out, so it's going to take a while. This is going to be my base of operations. It's a bunch of flat land. It's perfect for something like this. Well, there's trees over here, but I could just deforest the place. I could make an industrial-sized pumpkin farm, and that is actually what I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to need so much redstone. So, I'm going to, first off, craft this into bread. But also, I'm going to make an enchanting table, but I need sugarcane for books first. It's 4 tall sugarcane. Very interesting. Craft this into some paper, make a book, and then boom, boom, and boom. I now have an enchanting table, but no bookshelves. I really didn't think this through, did I? I can enchant my armor with Protection 1. Protection 1 iron is better than base diamond, so that's pretty cool. That's projectile protection. I guess it saves me from skeletons. That is surprisingly good, though. Well, this is a very interesting spawn. Quite possibly the worst spawn that I could get. And, like, I can think of worse spawns, but this is up there for being the worst. And this is where the grind truly begins. For the observers, I got some nether quartz from the nether, and after not long I had all I would need for the entire project. Alright, I have a bit of nether quartz. I'm glad I dumped out almost my entire inventory here, because I bet I wouldn't have had the space to carry this quartz if I didn't. But this should... Actually, I'll be real, this isn't probably enough. If 1 quartz equals 1 observer, this is probably not enough. But it's a good amount still. After that, I decided to finally go to the trial chamber, because I gotta get my copper somewhere, and there's just so much of it in these places. What? Wait, so it's this way now? It is this way. What? The subtitles lied to me. There's a vault right here. Yeah. Oh, it's this room. I'm gonna turn off full bright now that I'm able to see. I'll pretend that was never there. This room is really easy to cheese, so I'm gonna try that. First, I'm gonna make it so it can't see me at all. The breeze has found me. I gotta speedrun this. Okay, we're good. Assuming the breezes don't find me, I should be fine. And now, they're trapped here now. They can still shoot me, but it's very difficult for them to... Oh, okay. Yeah, when I'm fighting skeletons, things can never go right. As long as there are skeletons around, there are ways I can die. These things just won't give up in this world specifically. I hear one below. Did it get out? Alright, now I have ladders, and I got a bow. And there's a breeze, and there's a skeleton. Why did I do that? Why did I use that hotkey? I'm actually gonna die to fall damage. This is so embarrassing. Okay, skeleton. It was the skeleton. The skeleton was just bad luck. I'm calling it. I'm gonna do fine. Yeah. It's just when skeletons are around. You know what? I'm gonna get the achievement. It's trying to intercept. But what I'm here for isn't the mobs. It's for the copper. And there's an ominous bottle here. I'm not gonna fight the ominous trial. That would just be a death sentence. But it's cool nonetheless. So now, I'm just gonna gather copper. Actually, hold on. I think I'm gonna leave for now. I wanna test something. Can you make a golem with oxidized copper? Does it turn into an oxidized golem? What happens? Ow. This is gonna be my first copper golem. You know what? I'm gonna make a jail cell for this one. It's gotta be special. And it doesn't work. If I use... That's wax? Wait, it's all wax! So, I can't make copper golems with it. But I have to unwax all of it, so that's interesting. Can I still make a copper golem with this, though? This is now just oxidized copper, and it doesn't work. Block of copper and pumpkin. Wait, the pumpkins aren't carved. What am I doing? Alright. So, oxidized copper, boom, copper golem, and it spawns with a copper chest. Wait, now it can escape. I gotta break the copper chest. No. And now we have a jailed copper golem. After that, I decided I needed a stone farm for all the observers and pistons. But I also needed an iron farm for the stone farm, and for the pistons. Alright, you're getting in the boat whether you like it or not. I'm saving your life, be thankful. I'm gonna have to break down the door. Alright, get in. We're gonna go on a journey. This one dropped a potato. I've already killed enough zombies for one to drop a potato and a carrot. Just go. No, don't look back. Just go. No, the phantoms. Alright, go, go, go. We don't have much time. The phantoms are... What? The phantoms are hot on our trail. Yeah, don't look at what's in the boat with you. No, you're looking at what's in the boat with you. The phantom is trying to somehow find a way. And it is... No! Okay. Where's the lead? Yep, get over here. I'm gonna make the iron farm over here. Or whenever I can block this guy off. No. The spider is... There's a zombie here. Minecraft has become tower defense. No, you don't. No, you don't. Minecraft tower defense. Buy it now for all your money. No, what do you think you're doing? I'm on a dangerously low amount of health, but I can't stop fighting them or the villager dies. Alright, villager. You go back this way. What? What? Okay, it's blocked off. That is doing a terrifying amount of damage. Let me unlead! Now I'm stuck in here. This is actually so terrible. I just have to shield. Alright, now they're gonna set me on fire. Even worse. I actually almost died there. Phantoms are so much different when you're fighting them with slightly worse gear. What? Okay, I gotta act fast. What is going on? Okay, there it is. I already had enough villagers, but I got more anyway. This farm was designed by inexplicably, and I mostly built it pretty easily, but I had a bit of trouble getting the zombie in the boat. Ah, that does a lot. There we go. What? Yeah, the zombie isn't going down. Are the villagers in the enclosure? Yeah, they definitely are. Get over here. Yeah, you wanna go this way. What? Yeah, there we go. The trapdoor was just breaking it. Yep, in you go. And the farm instantly started working. What? No. No, you don't. That was actually kind of scary. What? Get in the boat, dude. Boat. Boat attack. There we go. That took way too long. Ah! I am gonna have to drive the boat, and that's gonna be really scary with how much damage this guy is doing. But I hear golems dying, so that's good. Alright, this is gonna be very painful. Let me out. Let me out, let me out. Okay. The farm is definitely working. I can get lava to double the rates. But this should be enough. Too bad there's no lava pools anywhere at all. This is the closest lava pool. This is the closest one to here. Luckily for me, although there aren't any lava pools nearby, all I need is one lava, and there is one lava here. This is the only lava. There is no more. Yeah, there we go. And now lava. The farm has been upgraded. After that, I decided to terraform some land for where I was going to place the pumpkin farm. The first of many time lapses. And then finally, after a whopping 8 in-game days, I didn't have the counter up and I'm too lazy to count the days manually, I finally planted the first pumpkins. Whoa! That almost killed me. And it almost killed my completely awesome and cool farm. So, I'm gonna place an observer. That's not the way I meant to place that. Place an observer. Yet again, not the way I meant to place that. Yeah, there, an observer. So here's how this works. Whenever a pumpkin grows, it grows in the nearest dirt block. And whenever it grows, this is going to be alerted because the pumpkin stem attaches to the pumpkin. So this piston is going to break the pumpkin, and I don't yet have it yet, but there is going to be a minecart on rails, a hopper minecart, that transfers the loot to a chest where I can then pick it up. How many observers can I make? A lot, but not enough. How many pistons can I make? A lot, but nowhere near enough. So I need a lot of wood, stone, and especially redstone. I'm good in the quartz department. I have enough of that by far, but I need more of everything else. Luckily, the only reason I couldn't make a stone farm before was because I didn't have enough iron. That problem's already been fixed. Chopping down trees doesn't take too long. I'm doing it right now. I already have enough to make, like, quite a few. Redstone is the difficult part. Redstone farms are all insanely difficult to make. I'm gonna have to just get redstone the old-fashioned way, or from villagers. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it yet. So as we can see, this is a lot of materials. That was like a stack of redstones worth. And this is gonna be throughout like the entirety of this flat area. So it's gonna produce a lot of pumpkins. Now that I had the iron, I finally decided to make a stone farm by Dirt Golem. Very fitting name for this challenge. And that is almost all of my iron. But I still need more, because I need pistons here to push me around so I mine the iron automatically. So, that's not even the end of it. I also didn't place this chest properly. Come on. I'll duel you fairly this time. Get destroyed. Oh, that does a lot. And this farm is, for the most part, almost complete. But there is one thing that I have neglected to mention. I need lava. That is going to take absolutely forever, as I have established no lava near here at all. So, wait a minute. Why have I been concerned? I have access to a place that is literally made of lava. What am I doing? Place down a lava bucket? And it works. Wait, hold on. Wait, is this gonna go where I think it's gonna go? Wait a minute. Okay, we're good. No, we're not good. No, it is what I thought it was. Oh, I did that wrong. I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to take these trapdoors, place them up here, and place some blocks. And I'm gonna make it fancy. I'm gonna put some polished deep slate here for the place where the stone is being mined. And now the stone farm is mostly completed. I could just mine some stone here, and as we can see, the farm works just fine. But what I really want is automation. Actually, with this pickaxe, I don't even need the automated mining system because my pickaxe isn't fast enough for that to matter. It only matters once you have haste 2. So I'm actually fully done with the farm for now, but I need a new pickaxe, so after that I decided to expand the sugarcane farm and go into the nearby cave. Whoa, 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 what do you think you're doing, buddy? Yeah, there's a banner guy. Good thing I have projectile protection, because everything I'm fighting right now is projectile related. There's a baby zombie in here. You know what? What if I said no? I'm just gonna leave. Cave actually had nothing good in it, so I decided to check the other part of the ravine just in case, and there was another cave. Oh, this cave is huge. There's so many diamonds in here. If I don't fall to my death, I can get super rich from this. There's redstone, yes. Alright, creepers. Would you mind locating the redstone? There's so many diamonds here. Even when I'm not directly trying to get to them, I'm accidentally walking into them. Creeper, would you mind getting these diamonds for me? Wait, there's a chance it doesn't drop? I shouldn't have done that. That's so annoying. There's so much redstone here. I meant to make an iron sword. No. Name tag. When I exited the cave, I went through the same opening as the cave in the beginning of the world, and I also gained a lot of goods that I wish I had at the beginning of the world. So I'm going back to base with a few diamonds. There's a spider jockey here. I must exact my revenge on all of skeleton kind. Did the arrow just bounce off of it? Nope. Oh no. There we go. And my leggings are at 6 durability. So I'm definitely gonna craft that armor right now. This is probably the longest it's taken me. How long is this? Yeah, 4.26 hours. That's feather falling, I'll take it. Prot 1. Prot 1. Prot 1. And I'm now officially stacked. But most importantly, I got a lot of redstone. Check out that. That is so much redstone. I forgot about this step, but I need to put redstone on top of all of the observers and pistons so that they're all connected. Not sure why it works that way, but it does. So now that I've got a net of this, and as we can see, it once the block gets observed to change, then it does that. I have to break this too, and as we can see, what? Why did it? Oh wait, there's nothing observing that one. With my newfound riches, I expanded the farm and made the rail system below it, which, now that I had an iron farm, was not too difficult to do. I just logged back into the world, and there's another pillager patrol here. I don't even know how they got here. What? I didn't even notice them when I logged out, I just noticed them now. After that, I placed down some power rails and tested out the minecart. Alright, so if I place down the hopper minecart right now, how far would it go? Actually, wait, no, I gotta get out of the way. Go. Yes. This does indeed work, and it already picked up the pumpkin, so I know this works now. And as expected, this is not enough gold. It could be enough if I wanted to sacrifice some speed from the carts. Hey creeper, what's up? But I think I should be able to get enough gold if I go to the nether. Oh, that was close. I actually almost got dunked in lava there. I bet I would not have lived if I fell in there. I stopped holding shift for a second. That was a bit of a jump scare. Wait, is that a bastion? Yeah, that definitely is. Can it get to me from here? I'll assume that it can't, but I'll get some blocks just in case. I could go loot the bastion, but also, what if I didn't? And that is definitely enough power rails, I think. And I have exactly enough power rails. Ignore I could have crafted more. Wow, that's so clutch. I ran out of redstone again, so I went back to the cave to go mining. So this is a different trial chamber that I just found. What room is this? Oh, yeah, it's this room. Okay, I guess I'll mine some copper from here. I might as well. So, as of now, I actually don't know how much copper this is. How much copper is this? I have 576 copper. I was mining for only like half an hour, and I am halfway to having enough copper to beat the record right now. This is absolutely insane. But also, I didn't get much redstone from that entire trip. I don't think I can even finish this section of the pumpkin farm with how much redstone I have. Yeah, this isn't even enough. There's these 2 bits that are missing. So, I still need so many more materials, but I'm on the way to completing it, which is pretty good. This still isn't producing that many pumpkins. So, the big question now is how do I get more pumpkins? Because this is just about the best farm that I could find. This is the most efficient farm that I could find, and multiplied by about 20. So, what can I do to improve this further? Okay, so I've done some digging, and I actually do know how to improve this. I'm just gonna steal 2 observers and, I don't know, 2 pistons and an observer from the farm. So, say this is where the pumpkin is gonna be. So, the observer is here, and boom, that is the whole thing. Pretty sure there has to be a block here, but yeah, that's just it. And doesn't require the redstone that has to be lined on top of this. And it's a lot easier to collect materials, because you just put hopper in a water stream or something, instead of an entire hopper minecart railway. So, I'm probably gonna have to disassemble this entire thing in favor of a much taller, but much thinner build, which will also be better for making more of them, because then there's more area, because this expands upwards instead of on the ground. So there'll be more space for more machines, which means more pumpkins. But here's a bigger problem. I'm gonna go to a creative world for a second to demonstrate this. So say I want to spawn 5,000 copper golems. Here we have a whole bunch of them spawning in. And as you can see, my frame rate is slowing down. Yeah, we're only at about 300 right now, and my FPS has decreased by half. And now that we're at 500, half of what I need to beat, 30 frames. I'm gonna kill them all for a second. As we can see, my FPS instantly triples. Alright, look at that. We are at 1,000. I'm not just trying to beat this record, however. I'm trying to literally decimate it. I am trying to get 10 times as many. And my frame rate is already at 20. If we're being really optimistic, my FPS might go to 0.07 if I'm lucky. I'm back again, now at 2,000 golems. The game is basically unplayable whenever I'm looking at them. Say I'm trying to fly, and then I fly straight into this wall. Look at how long it takes to process the damage. I'm just flying forever. This is a fifth of what I'm trying to do right now. I've made a realization, due to one of my optimization mods, or just the vanilla game doing something I never noticed it does, these guys all just disappear if I go far enough away. So what I can do so my game doesn't crash before I make all of them is place them in 10 different 1,000 golem groups, and then free them all and lead them to the same place while my computer explodes and I get the world record. That is what I hope is going to happen, but there's probably going to be 50 other ways it goes wrong. But I think I've tested enough and am confident enough in this strategy, because 1,000 copper golems only gets me down to about 20 frames per second, and that is bearable. What isn't bearable is what's going to happen once I bring them all together, but we're not going to think about that yet. But if I want anywhere near enough pumpkins, everything must go. I think this is pretty good. I'm probably gonna add water at some point. After that, I went to a soul sand valley and got a bunch of bone blocks so I could get enough bone meal to grow enough potatoes for the rest of the run. And I also mined a whole lot of copper, but I deleted all the footage because nothing eventful happened. If you doubt me, you try mining copper. You get so much of it so fast. At this point, we're nearing the end game. Now that I have enough copper to make 1,000 golems, maybe 2,000. Yeah, I collected all of this. That is why I have so many pickaxes in here. But this pumpkin farm probably is going to take a while to gather what I wanted to. And I'm going to go on an adventure while it's happening. My tools and armor are not that good right now, so I'm going to go to the stronghold so I can get bookshelves to enchant my gear better. I really gotta not mess up. I don't want to lose 8 hours of progress. No pressure. Yeah, it's aware. It's aware. Those were indeed the days. Yeah, that's terrifying. I'm just gonna mind my own business. Except I'm not gonna mind my own business. Oh, that's so scary. That's so scary. You know what? I'm getting to full saturation just in case. I have to be as prepared as possible. Alright, so here's another scary thing. I have to take off my shield so I can open this chest. Okay. That is scary. No, if I place it there, it'll be able to hit me. Okay, I shouldn't have hit it. Now all the piglins are after me. No, 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 no. This is actually so scary. You know what? I'm just gonna kill it. At this point... Oh, I almost walked off to my death. It can definitely hit me from there. Yeah, now there's 2. Sorry, you have to die too. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. Alright, I should be safe for now. And I can barely reach it. And there's not even anything good. I just get a few golden carrots and a golden apple. Big problem with this best... I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm just out of there. I'm not risking it. But yeah, I gotta not do that again. I think that's the first time I've ever fell out of a bastion that way. Another gap. That's pretty good. Some arrows. Thing is, with this type of bastion, the chests aren't the main attraction. In the tunnels, the place where all the piglins happen to be, is where the gold is in this type of bastion. So, it's gonna be a lot worse to have to do that. I might just not go for it. Yep, and there's a chest here. Obsidian, that's actually somewhat useful. And netherite. And the last chest... Oh. Yeah, nothing useful in here. So, everything useful is in the place where all the piglins happen to be. And I'm not risking that. What I am going to do, though, is look for a fortress. Oh, that is a terrifying drop. I'm up in my render distance. What if there is something over here? I'm not missing it. Yeah, nothing over that way. If I do the same thing I did to find the trial chambers, block entities, as we can see, there is a mob spawner. So, if I lower this, there is no longer a mob spawner. So I gotta find the place where the mob spawner enters the render distance. Alright, so it's between 19 and 20 chunks. So, if I go in here, yep, I know it's this way then. So. Oh, okay, that's actually very helpful, so I know it's this way now. And the wall, it was in that direction. I should have just upped my render distance more. Yeah, it's still, like, 9 chunks away. Enderman, get over here. There's so many Endermen here. I'm getting closer for sure. Yeah, I'm very close. It should be within view right now, but it isn't. Oh, that is a terrifying drop. Is it in that canyon? I would assume so. It should be right here. Wait, that's it. I was literally just about to say how it should be here. Well, guess it is here, but I'm running low on food, so I'm gonna have to be very careful. And that's also a terrifying drop. I think I'm just gonna go back to base for now. I'll waypoint this, but I don't have enough food or materials or resources in general. Oh yeah, it's also right there, and the blaze is shooting. Okay. Oh, there's a blaze outside my render distance. Oh, it's barely visible. And there's a magma cube. I'm just gonna go. Okay. There's so many. Didn't get fire resistance from piglins. So. I have golden apples if I really need them, but I don't want to use them. Just gonna block this off from wither skellies. I got looting on my sword, so I'm gonna hopefully not have to spend a very long time here, but as we can see, this one is out of the range where I can pick up the items. Oh, I got hit. Okay, why can't I eat? Alright, I've lost a bit of saturation, that's good. Where did the other ones go? That's a pretty big question. There were two other ones trying to jump me. Don't see any behind me that would be an immediate threat. Oh, get back up here, coward. Yeah, the blazes fell in the lava. Okay. And there's a wither skelly there, too. Get over here. Alright, get over here, dude. I should have been melee attacked, but I guess I'll take it. Yeah, no skulls. Why aren't they spawning? How many entities are there? Yeah, there's 10. Oh wait, did they spawn? Yeah, they spawned the moment I left. They can still hit me in this position. Because they're slightly above me, I'm gonna eat, so I get the most out of the saturation, but I should be fine. Oh, I'm not fine. I'm definitely not fine. This is a terrible position to be in almost every way possible. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna get out of here while I can. I don't think that if I stayed in there any longer, I'd be able to live any hits from them at all. I'll shoot them from here. Yeah, I think that one died. I'll eat a potato. I can shoot them from here. Wait, no, that didn't hit them at all. I can still get them if I aim properly. Yep. A lot of them are dead now. There's one left. I'm just here to get the items. Okay, that one died too. And there's blaze rods. Yeah, I know it's about to spawn them, but I have to. Okay, it didn't spawn them, surprisingly. I have 8 rods now. I'm gonna go back. I only really needed, like, 2 rods. I'm just trying to locate the stronghold, not light the portal. But now that I have this many eyes and rods, I might as well. So I'm not gonna beat the game just yet, but I am gonna light the portal. I'm also gonna check on how many pumpkins the farm has made so far. My entire strategy relies upon this, and it hasn't even made that many yet. This is going to take an unbelievably long time. 179. The eye broke. Okay, that's awesome. That is a terrifying fall, but it could have redstone in it, so why not? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go in here for redstone. Oh yeah, there is redstone here. Let's go. Yeah, there's so many diamonds in this cave. And I'm only at Y-19. Oh wait, and the lava here could be used to make more obsidian. I really need a lot of this, so I'm just gonna take all of it. This cave had an unbelievable amount of redstone. I gained a stack of redstone blocks. 576 redstone, and a bit more, from this cave alone. Stronghold is nearby. Oh yeah, I just passed by it again. How many times has this happened? The eye broke. Of course it did. Did it go down? Yeah, it went down. I missed the stronghold. Alright, I'm gonna try throwing another Eye of Ender. That was a bit weird. Oh wait, this didn't even fully go down. So if I throw it here... What? So which chunk is it in? So it's in all of the chunks? What does that even mean? I guess I'll just dig down here. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. Oh wait, this is the library. This is what I was looking for. I kind of forgot that I came here for the library. My mindset has fully changed to beat the game. And immediately there it is. Go in the lava. And I'm gonna light the portal. 3 eyes. That is insane. Why am I putting it in the crafting grid? What? Whoa, that almost hit me into the lava pit. I told it to go in the lava, but I was sorely mistaken. And they're all escaping, and they're trying to push me into the lava. Did not mean to make 8. Actually, yeah, I do need to make 8. Yeah, there's just an end portal here now. I'm not going to use it for anything at all, but nice to have. Do I have a flint and steel on me? I don't even have a flint and steel. I'm going to re-enchant my armor. Alright, don't know why I thought that would work. Hey, Spider, what's up? Prot 3. These are surprisingly bad enchantments for being level 30. Yeah, these are surprisingly terrible. Prot 3. Yeah, these are all terrible. I guess I'll go for the Unbreaking 3. Yeah, that's just Prot 3. Why would I take that? Aqua Affinity. Fire Prot. Fire Prot. Fire Prot. No, that's trash. Prot 4. Let's go. Ow. What is that for? We were buddies. We were pals. Why would you do such a thing? I added water, and within the time I added the water, I've gained 30 pumpkins, so I'd say it's a good improvement. All I really had to do to add the water... What are you doing here? All I had to do to add the water is make this railing where I can just place the water in here and it doesn't leak out. Because if it does leak out, then it damages all the redstone that keeps the farm together. So if I'm going to make more layers, I'm going to need a lot... Actually, I think I'm just going to place down this railing right now. I tested it in Creative World, and I think I have a faster method of getting pumpkins. I know this farm can provide pumpkins, but only so many and only so fast. If I were to have an elytra, I could collect them manually. I have postponed it long enough. This is probably the longest I've waited to beat the game in a very long time. My inventory's a lot emptier than usual. I feel like I'm missing a lot of important items. Let's go in. Okay. Really hoping I could do a damage list. That's unfortunate. And that is the last one, so now it's just a waiting game until it perches. Again? I literally ran in the opposite direction. What was I supposed to do there? And I took 1 heart of damage. Wow, so deadly and terrifying. Okay. Yeah, that's just great. What a great end spawn. Wait, No actual way. Of course there's an end ship here. And I can't reach it. Yeah, no way I don't make this pearl, so pretty sure it's just a whole bunch of land connected to this. And is that the second city? Yeah, I should be fine. And that's a third city, and there's another ship. What is going on? Alright, what is in here? Nothing good. Go! Yeah, I'm probably gonna make it. Yeah, there we go. Raid the city. And kaboom. Should have brought firework rockets, but I didn't. Alright, can I reach the ship? Unfortunately, no. And I have a second elytra and a cool armor trim. That's actually kind of scary. Okay, I made it. And that was also kind of scary. Don't know why I took damage. But now that I have an elytra, I can go manually farm pumpkins. This might not even be worth it, but I'll just hope that it is. Alright, I'm back at base with half a stack of pumpkins. It's possible, but not worth it to get them all manually. I would still much rather automate it than spend 10 hours just mindlessly searching for these things. Because currently, I have around 300 or 400 pumpkins here, so that is already a pretty good start. You could even say a perfect start in Minecraft Hardcore. This shulker is going to house all of the pumpkins. As we can see, 338. Decent, but not nearly enough. But since I have so much redstone, I could just keep making more of the farm. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. As we can see, the farm has almost doubled in size. How many pumpkins have... Oh, what is... what? Okay. Get out of here. So how many pumpkins did I get? Only around 2 stacks. And that was around 40 minutes. I tested a bit in a creative world, and chunk loaders work for keeping the farms active, so I'm gonna go make one real quick. I've also added these little houses around the pearls so mobs don't get in. I know zombies have a small chance of being able to just break down the doors, but this should still help out a lot, and I can replace the pearls if that does happen. And while I've done that, I've already gained almost a stack of pumpkins. 1,000 pumpkins is only around 16 stacks. So say I'm playing for only like 10 in-game days, that is another 1,000. 100 days, 10,000 pumpkins. Still a long time, but reasonable enough. So now that I have an empire of pumpkins that I gain by simply doing literally anything, I could even be doing nothing and get pumpkins, I might as well max out my gear. This is decent, but not as good as it could be. And now that I have an insane amount of levels, I might as well try enchanting my chest plate. Nope. I'll take the unbreaking. That's blast prod. Respiration again! That's terrible. Why would I ever take that? No. Breaking. Prod 3. That's so annoying. There we go, finally. Unbreaking 3, do I get 2 in a row? I don't get 2 in a row. Prot 4, do I get it? Yes, I get it. There we go. Unbreaking 3, decent. And then the next enchantment's Unbreaking. I have now officially wasted all of my levels. I then decided to try to get a mending book from my villagers. Also, the reason the Fletcher isn't here is because it died. I transported in new villagers because all the remaining ones died. Mending! Let's go! And it's super cheap! I'm just gonna enchant that right now. I gotta name it. That's gonna cost more levels, but it is what it is. Like I said, it is what it is. And while I have spare time, I might as well try to get the netherite upgrade. Not even to use it, I just want it for style points. Yep, and there is a bastion. That is terrifying. Those brutes can kill me in less than a second. I do kind of have to go for it, which is the scariest part. I get efficiency. Yeah. So I'm gonna first break these so there's no way of them reaching me. Nothing useful. Oh! So now, the final chest, if it's not here, let's go! I'll also take the soul speed and gold. That's kind of nice. Now I can leave this place and never have to go to another bastion again. That is great. That was also surprisingly fast. That was, what, 5 minutes, and I got a netherite upgrade. And then I decided to expand the pumpkin farm again. I have expanded the farm and added walls and added water. And while I was doing that, I gathered enough pumpkins from the farm to get 16 stacks. You know what that means? That is the first 1,000. And it only took 12 hours. I'm not going to think about how long it's going to take to get the rest. As we speak, it has already generated 10 pumpkins. The chunk loader should keep it alive, but this is still going to take absolutely forever. I can't even fit this much in my inventory. I have to go back to the end to get more shulker boxes, because this shulker box is already full of valuables. I also have 1,000 copper. Also, I unwaxed a bunch of it. I spent like half an hour unwaxing more than half of it, because I thought that the waxed ones were unable to make copper golems, but they can. When I was doing it, I didn't put carved pumpkins on it. I just put regular pumpkins. So that was a great way to waste a lot of time. Wait, that's not the right shulker. 1,000 pumpkins and 1,000 copper. So now I gotta go find a place to put all this stuff. Alright, so now I gotta build all the copper golems. So not only am I gonna have to use a lot of iron, I have a lot of iron, but that's still a lot. But I gotta find a good place to put this. If I load into the world, I do not want to be lagging, but this remote island seems pretty perfect. Wait, no, that was 5 by 20. That would only be 100 golems. I need 10 times this. How did I forget that? Over here, no. I'll place it here. Alright, so now I gotta build this chamber. This is absolutely insane. I'm surprised I made it this far. But now I have to actually place all the golems. My entire empire in one place, able to be visualized just like that. This is what I've spent so long working for, and I need to do this 10 times. I still have 43 extra, by the way. I gotta craft a whole bunch of shears now. It's a good thing I have an iron farm that overproduces so much. It is now time. This is going to be so satisfying. I'm gonna throw out my shield. Wait, they're escaping! Okay, there's a flaw to this. Get blocked immediately. They spawn with copper chests, I forgot. I need so many more blocks than I thought I did. Okay, crisis averted. But now I can't make all of them anymore, so that's unfortunate. And surprisingly, that actually was enough. Let us begin. Actually, how are you doing this? Oh, wait. I have to do this fast? They're gonna jump onto the pumpkins that are still there. So I gotta do this before they can take advantage of it. And that is the last of them. There are still some of them, but that one, okay, there we go. Oh, my frame rate is alive at least, but my tick rate is not. That is 1,000. I am surprised my game hasn't crashed, honestly. This is so many. I'm gonna up my FOV real quick. 1,100, so 100 of these entities are completely unrelated. But that is so many. I think you can understand why I'm not putting all 10,000 in the same place. My computer would not survive. But that is just an unreal number. No, the phantoms. I'm out of here. No, where's my elytra? Nope. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get out of here before my computer decides to explode. How many copper golems, how many pumpkins were generated while I was doing that? Since there are chunk loaders here... No! Okay, since there are chunk loaders here... There's a zombie. It was producing pumpkins, and... Okay! So half of the required amounts were produced in the time that I was placing them down. So say I doubled the size of this farm to go to, like, halfway to world height. By the time I finish placing the pumpkins, it will have produced enough for me to start placing them again. I'm not going to do that, but that is still insanely efficient, and enough to the point where I'm fine not expanding the farm any further. I'm also going to go sleep because these phantoms are so annoying. I have to wait. I only have 700 pumpkins right now. So I think, rather than going AFK, I'm going to try to build a tree house. I am not a good builder by any means, but I'm going to try it just for the funsies. So, this is the tree. I'm just going to make... Wait, did I already chopped down a bit of this tree. That's so annoying. So, I'm going to make a pillar up each of these corners. Yeah, so now around this I'm gonna add a bit of wood so it's a house and a tree. One thing I'm thinking of, trap doors as windows. If we look at the jungle trap door, this looks perfect for a window in a jungle house. Alright, I'm probably going to change the placement of it to this. And yeah, that looks so good. So I'm definitely going to add some more windows like that. Oh, I fell out of there. I'm glad I didn't have my chest plate equipped. Ow, that fall damage still hurts. Oh, that was... Oh, if I didn't land on that tree, I would have been dead. First real near death in a while. And yeah, 28. That is not as many as I would like, but still a lot. I've gone from 700 to 800 pumpkins within this time. And all I did was make a fairly simple base. After mining copper for another half an hour, back to the golems I was. What? A creeper got in here. How did that even happen? You know what? No. Okay, that ruins everything. Now I gotta get so many more. And that one died. I forgot to mention, there were two that I accidentally... There were only two that I unwaxed. But they're all dying. I thought that since they were waxed, they were immortal, but that was quickly proven wrong. Yeah, all the golems over here are dead. Alright, I did have to make some of these normal. Kind of makes it a bit uneven, but I'm glad that it is this way, because that means a lot less of them are gonna die of old age. Some of them even leaked out because of the creeper, and a lot of them died on the rim. So, right now there's only, how many is this? Yeah, only about 950 are left alive. And as we can see, I gotta build up a bit so that I can actually see them all at once. That number should be rapidly decreasing. It's 800. It's already decreased to 800. This is not good. Wait, what? It's increasing again. So, actually, yeah, those 100 entities were unrelated. Only 800 are left alive. I've still beaten the record by a lot. But if I want to get to 10,000, this is not good. I went to a trial chamber and mined for copper and also mined for some stone so I could make the border for the next batch of golems. And by that point, I already had 700 pumpkins. For the third batch of golems, I decided to just place down the 700 pumpkins I had. And then by the time I did that, when I went back to base, the other 300 had already been generated. So, this is the end game. I have everything I need to obliterate the record, create my empire. All I have to do at this point is wait. Because the pumpkins don't produce instantly. It's still gonna take a bit. But once it's done, I'll have exactly what I've searched so long for. I built ENX04's gold farm so I could easily repair my elytra, and then after mining some more copper, I was back to building more golems. And then I decided to max out my boots, and then oops, all golems. After that, since it was Halloween, I decided to fight the pumpkin-headed mobs while I mined copper, but after that, it was more golems. I know it's getting a bit stale, but this is really all that happened. Here is everything that I did between placing these golems and placing the next golems. I used the gold farm a bit, I enchanted my elytra with an unbreaking book, which I can't even find the footage for. My enchantment place almost got blown up. Get me out, get me out, get me out! I mined copper and placed more golems. But by this point, I knew things were getting stale, so I decided to try something a bit different. An ominous trial. I've been going to these trial chambers extremely frequently to get copper, but I had never done one to this point. I tried to level up a villager to make golden apples, but it sold pumpkin pies instead of apples, so no gaps for me. I only have 2. Unfortunately, I have the gold, but not the apples. More potatoes. I do not need those. Alright, it's gonna be a bit risky, but I'm just gonna go full send it. Where is the vault? I'm going to find it. And I didn't make it up. Alright, what's in it? Music disc, emeralds, wind charges, diamond chestplate, and nothing else. Useless. The infestation potions are so annoying. It just never stops. And now they're having a civil war. You can't be doing that. This is a war, but it's not a civil war. Do your job. Protect your civilians. No, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with these silverfish. Alright, so this one Yeah, I got an ominous key from this one, so that's pretty cool. And I got a key. And another key. I'm getting way too many from this. So, what is in here? Notch apple, ominous bottle, and wind charges. That is so good. So, what do I get? A flow trim. Here's something fun. Let's try using a shield against this guy. And that's the most I'm going to use the shield against it. Did you see the durability go down? That's everything from this trial chamber. I'm going to go to the other one while I still have an hour of trial omen. Alright, I'm going to do something a bit risky here. I'm going to fly into this wall, and I fell. And I still made it back up, but that guy did a lot of damage. And where are the drops from this even going to go? Not sure. This is chaos. This is the zombie room I was talking about, but there's no zombies. But that doesn't stop it from being extremely deadly. Poison is terrible under every circumstance. And it just got me out of danger. Very interesting strategy, I see. Nope, no civil war for you. We're gonna fight fairly. Get over here. That was the combo of the century. And the slow falling. Even the chamber itself is working with the mobs to absolutely destroy me. And it might actually be enough, because my shield is low durability, and I can't eat food because I have high saturation. Alright, one of the spawners I heard ding, so I can gather the drops. Hold on, just a moment. Don't fight for a second. I gotta store my riches. Alright, and new shield. Let's go. You don't stand a chance. This slow falling is so annoying. Alright, nothing good from this room. And over there, I can see another ominous vault, but I don't have the ominous key. Oh! If that hit me when I had my Elytron, that would not have been pleasant. Was that the last one? And it was the last one. Okay, that was not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. There we go. Now you're spawning in. Now we're gonna have a time. Okay. That's not cool. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh no. I'm really not liking this. I can't eat food unless I want to eat my notch. Nope. Nope, no wait, I'm not gapping. I'm very confused as to what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm probably gonna gap pretty soon. I really don't like the amount of health I'm on. But it's not enough to justify gapping yet. Because I could just not take damage and then be able to heal. This is a massive lag spike. I'm not a huge fan of that either. Yeah, 21 frames, what a great time. I'm just gonna gap. Why can't I eat? Yeah, okay, gap was worth it, I'd say. That is half my gaps, but I'd say it was a worthwhile exchange, and I'm pretty sure this is the last spawner in the entire trial chamber. Might be wrong about that, but even if it isn't, worthwhile gap. And I might actually have to gap again. Poison is just so deadly. Because when you're taking poison damage, I'm not sure if it affects the saturation. So, you just can't eat while it's damaging you, I'm pretty sure. And I get wind charges, a book. Wow. Alright, that one gave me another key. Alright, what's in this one? A banner pattern. And that's it. Flow banner pattern and knockback. No, what? The real scary thing is when there's baby zombies with sharpness swords. It's just so ridiculously strong. I got another key. Alright, what's in this one? Another banner pattern. No. And unfortunately, I think that's all of the spawners in here. I might be wrong, but I'm fairly sure that is all of the spawners in both the trial chambers, so I think I'm just out of tries here for the mace. Oh wait, there's this one. Okay, I forgot. There's still a very slight chance, even if this is So, oh, wait, yeah, there's an ominous vault here, too. Okay, yeah, there really is a very small chance it happens here. And I get a key. No way. Is this gonna be the one? Wind charges, diamonds, diamond chest plate. I'm not even gonna take those diamonds. All I'm looking for is a mace right now. Time to fight more bogs, because why not? I actually just got cornered. I'm gonna get the gap here. I think I'm gonna have to use it. Oh wait, actually, never mind, that's it. Oh, yep, there it is. It was just hiding. And I got another key. And I found one. And I get the flow banner pattern again! Oh, I've fallen into a cave. And there's the trial chamber, conveniently enough. I gotta be very careful with how I enter, because I still have Trial Omen. Oh no, it's this room! I gotta get the Notch Apple ready. This is by far the most dangerous room. If there's a place I have a chance of dying, it is definitely here. Oh no. Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to use the Notch here. I don't like this. There's just a pile of mobs. Get the saturation, they're everywhere. I can't escape. This is the worst position to be in. Look at how much damage they're doing. This is why zombie spawners are the scariest. Because if you get piled up on like this, they just do a ridiculous amount of damage. If you can keep your distance, that's good. But in this situation, you can't. I'm lucky there's distance between me and the spawners, but that could have been bad. And I just ran out of food. Really? Really right now? Of course. I thought I had extra potatoes in here. I guess I'll just take these golden carrots then. I guess if there's any time I should be using them, it's now. You saw how much damage they were doing right there. I got an ominous key. But they're still alive. Oh, and there's more of them! And there's more! They just keep coming. Oh, I just got comboed. Alright, the breezes are actually being kind of helpful here. But I'm gonna kill them anyway. Okay, I have the high ground. But I also have slow falling. Alright, I got steak. For once, I actually appreciate that. Oh, wait, they all fell in here. Oh, oh no. Oh, it's alive. Oh, no. No, 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 you don't. The breezes are so annoying. And I got another ominous key. Overall, it didn't seem that dangerous with how little damage I took. But it really was. That was the most dangerous room in the whole trial chamber. And I'm lucky to have not have to come across it till now. But as you saw, that could have gone terribly. It didn't, though. That's good. And now, I can go up here for another vault. What is in this one? Yes! Let's go! And it was worth it in the end. That room was what got me the mace. And although I came here for the copper blocks, I'd say the mace was equally worthwhile. Oh wait, they're actually doing an alarming amount of damage. I should really pay more attention. So now I'm going to continue to mine copper in the final stretch of the challenge. And after that adventure, back I was to placing the golems. The end was near. At this point, I've been playing the world for over 24 hours, not a single piece of netherite. I should probably change that. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I found a good place to mine for netherite, so that is exactly what I shall do until I find some. Oh, immediately I found some! Okay. Yeah, if you get it from a bastion and then you put it in a bundle, then it wouldn't give you the advancement. More already! What is going on? That's a 2 vein. I should probably mine along chunk borders. I forgot that that just gives you more netherite. Oh, okay, there's more. And I can make an ingot. But my pickaxe is also nearing its end. After that, it was yet again time to place down more golems. Let's look at how far we've come. It's gone so far that I've exhausted the amount of flat land that I can build these things on. And I had to adventure to new lands to find somewhere with flat ground that I could build the copper golem enclosure. My empire has expanded too far. Look at how far we've come since the beginning. 9,000 out of 10,000 golems. The land filled with copper golems. And now, it is almost the end of our journey. This is by far the biggest project I have ever done in Minecraft, or probably any game for that matter. This is absolutely a momentous occasion. And so I went to mine copper in the trial chambers one last time and checked on the pumpkin supply. $859, not even enough, so while I'm waiting I might as well go mine for netherite more. No! Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Everywhere I go! I think I'm just gonna stop for now. I think that's a bit too much lava. I have enough for a full suit of armor anyway. And my pickaxe is at 40 durability. I didn't even notice for a second. This netherite upgrade and extra diamonds are finally useful. Netherite upgrade. Netherite upgrade. Netherite upgrade. Netherite upgrade. That was almost all of my extra diamonds. But now, I have enough to make a full suit of armor and have one extra. So, turns out I don't actually have enough for a full suit of armor. I need 3 more, but I can still make enough for all my visible armor to look awesome and cool. Kaboom. Kaboom. And that is all the visible armor, at least. My helmet isn't visible because texture packs. I have 992. So close. I'm gonna kill some pigmen because my pickaxe now has mending. But by the time I get back to my base, I'm probably gonna have enough pumpkins by that point. So this is truly going to be the last thing I do before the final pumpkin's placed. Yes. And I now have 1,000 pumpkins once more. I know in the grand scheme of things, this isn't very impressive. I know that 30,000 golems is possible if you just make the farm faster. If you make an automated golem making machine so you don't have to place them down and then shear them like I did. Maybe even 1,000,000 is possible, but for the moment, this is the best that the world has ever seen, and I think that's good enough for me. So let's watch one final time lapse. And that's it. The 10th batch of 1,000 copper golems. I'm gonna fly out of here, actually. I do actually want to test something. If I'm at my base, does my game still lag? Okay, I'm safe from here. It's dangerously close, but still safe. So now, let's go see what this is all led up to. The first batch. They're getting old, they're all oxidizing, but they're alive, and that is what matters for the moment. And if we go over this way, alright, this one, we're not talking about that one yet. Copper Golems 2. And I gotta get out of here fast, they're all dying. Every second is 100 Copper Golems dead. Over here is, ow, Copper Golems 3. I'm almost out of firework rockets, by the way. Might have a bit of trouble getting to all the other ones. These ones are almost dead too. Copper Golems 4. These ones are dying too. I'm running out of time. Copper Golems 5. The halfway point, but more recent than you would expect for a halfway point. Copper Golem 6, which has plagued my nether portal with insane amounts of lag whenever I try to enter it. Copper Golems... I can't get up here. That wind charge just regenerated. That one's straight up not falling. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to see them from this angle. Copper Golems 8. And Copper Golems 9. Which is so ridiculously far away. I had to fly off of a cliff to be able to have enough momentum, and still I used 10 wind charges to get here. And finally, Copper Golems 10. Making it so if I ever try to go near my base, I get unbearable lag. So this base is now obsolete. Wow, what a great decision of me to place this here. And with that, I do not have enough yet. As we saw, a whole bunch of them died. That doesn't count. I only have like 930 now. So, I'm gonna go make some more real quick. And that is it. If we look at them from afar, that is 300. Actually, how many is that? Yeah, just about 300, maybe 400 extra copper golems. Definitely enough. For the first time, some of the carved pumpkins didn't actually become copper golems. And I'm very lucky that hasn't happened until now, or, well, rather, strategic enough for it to not have happened. But finally, this chapter has come to an end. No, it hasn't. I don't have full max netherite yet. It's not done yet. It's not over till I say it's over. I'm mining for netherite again. How do I revive this guy? Welcome back.